Cryptocurrencies have not been doing so hot lately. The last 3 or 4 months have seen prices plummet, and the general outlook for crypto bros and gals has been grim. But crypto's cruel summer and the instability that's come with it haven't changed the fact that fraud, theft, and financial mayhem are still going strong in the Web3 world. Here's a look at some of the biggest and weirdest crypto thefts of the summer. Horizon Bridge, $100 million. On June 23rd, the crypto bridge Horizon announced that it had been the target of cyber criminals. Bridges are the platforms that facilitate the transfer of crypto assets between different blockchains, and they're a critical part of Web3 infrastructure. But they also have a nasty habit of getting hacked. In Horizon's case, hackers appear to have exploited a vulnerability in the platform to steal approximately $100 million in crypto. It turns out that the culprits behind this incident, a North Korean hacker gang known as Lazarus, are the same ones who pulled off a similar attack on Axie Infinity, the Ethereum-fueled NFT game, when they cleared a whopping $625 million earlier this year. Mirror Trading International, $1.7 billion. In June, the US Commodity Futures Trading Commission filed a civil enforcement action against Mirror Trading International and its CEO, Cornelius Johann Steinberg, for allegedly running a $1.7 billion fraud scheme involving Bitcoin. According to authorities, Steinberg created a global foreign currency commodity pool that could only be bought into using Bitcoin. Steinberg brought large amounts of money into the pool despite not being registered as a commodity pool operator. According to federal officials, Steinberg misrepresented how the funds were being invested and misappropriated large amounts of the funds. When authorities went after him, Steinberg fled South Africa, but he was arrested in Brazil in June on an Interpol warrant. Empires X, $40 million. On June 30th, the Securities and Exchange Commission announced charges against a company called Empires Consulting Corporation, or Empires X. According to the government, this company claimed to have a crypto trading bot that would bring in, quote, 1% daily profits to investors. But officials say that the crypto bot was actually fake, and instead of large amounts of money for investors, the people behind Empires X allegedly misappropriated large amounts of their funds, using the money to lease a Lamborghini and make a payment on a second home, amongst other things, as one does. As the scheme collapsed, federal officials say that the Empires X founders halted investors' withdrawals and relocated to Brazil. However, the company's head trader pled guilty to conspiracy to commit securities fraud in connection to the scheme. Rug pulls galore, assorted. Ah, the rug pull. Such scams have become very popular as of late, and they occur when the developers behind a particular crypto project pump up their asset and then suddenly pull out, absconding with investor money. This summer, there have been plenty of them. You can take your pick from the numerous DeFi projects that have been accused of taking the money and running. There's the allegations against yield aggregator Blur Finance, which closed up shop after the anonymous developers made off with $600K. The $4.5 million allegedly yanked from investors in something called Teddy tokens, and just a week ago, a brand new project, Pseudo Rare, collapsed in what investors allege was a rug pull. A recent estimate found that some $2.8 billion vanished as a result of the scams last year alone. That's not great. Nomad gets hacked. $190 million. The number of crypto platforms to get hacked and robbed blind continues to rise. In August, the crypto startup Nomad joined those unfortunate ranks, announcing that it had been hacked and that some $200 million in crypto had been stolen from the company's coffers. The company subsequently attempted to negotiate with the cyber criminals and get them to return the money, though those efforts have unsurprisingly not yet succeeded. 8,000 Solana wallets get emptied, $6 million. In early August, developers involved with the Solana blockchain warned users about a vulnerability affecting a number of crypto hot wallets, including Slope, Phantom, and Trust Wallet. The bug was being used to steal assets, developers warned. A hot wallet is essentially an internet-connected app that lets you manage your crypto holdings. This, as opposed to cold storage, which is a piece of hardware with similar functionality that can be disconnected from the web. Some 8,000 of the Solana-compatible wallets appear to have been affected by this mysterious software bug, which allowed unknown cyber criminals to pilfer their contents. About $6 million is thought to have been stolen. Blue Banks, $32 million. On August 14th, the Brazilian crypto exchange Blue Banks claimed that it had been the victim of a very aggressive hack, and that cybercriminals had stolen $32 million from the platform. Aggressive indeed. At the time, the company froze all withdrawals from investors and reportedly fired a majority of its staff. The lack of details released by the company resulted in suspicion from some users, with some expressing the belief that they had been scammed by the exchange. Weeks later, Blue Banks changed its story, claiming it had been scammed by fraudsters who touted a phony business deal and then used the deal to steal the exchange's money. A Cala Stablecoin, 1.27 billion tokens. Out of all the weird Web3 nonsense to invest in, stablecoins are supposed to be the safest bet. Typically, their price is pegged to something, well, stable, like the US dollar or another asset whose value stays relatively consistent over time. However, in the case of a project called Cala, a cybersecurity debacle ended up destabilizing the coin and sending its value plummeting. In August, Cala's stablecoin, AUSD, depegged and lost 99% of its value. The depegging occurred as a result of a cyber attack carried out by an unknown crypto thief who exploited a bug in a related liquidity pool. The bug allowed users to mint an unlimited amount of tokens, allowing the attacker to mint close to 1.8 billion AUSD. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and check out other Gizmodo videos here on YouTube.